everyone, welcome. If you're here, I have a message for you. The question that I'm asking today is, what do you need to surrender? Surrender is really difficult for us. And it simply is letting go, right? And when I wrote down the question, what do you need to surrender? What I heard is the need to be right. The need to be right. And when they're talking about this need to be right, what they're talking about is validation, about being right, about convincing others that you're right. You already are right. You don't have to convince anybody. But it's your right. Okay? You don't need to convince anybody else that you're right. If they have the same perspective, they'll be on board with you. And if they don't, that's okay. They don't have to. It doesn't make them wrong for you to be right. Okay? And it doesn't make you wrong if they have a different right. Right? It's all about perspective. And that is the attitude that you need to surrender, is what Spirit is bringing to me today. So what I'm going to ask with this is, what do you need to surrender? Because they give me the answer just like that. I didn't need any cards or anything for it. They just said the need to be right. So let's see if they have any advice for us on how we can do that. Pure white dragon from Orion. Transform your Ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Okay? So focus on yourself, your own inner truth. Lilac fire dragon transmutes through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. Earth and air dragon represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Stay balanced, ground your visions, manifest your hopes and dreams. And the gold and silver violet flame dragon transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. Basically, they are really saying just what I said at the very beginning. It's not your concern what anybody else thinks or believes. Why do you even have the need for them to believe the same thing as you? What difference does it make? The only difference it makes is that it gives you validation that you're right, because you have a need to be right. Because in this society, we are told that there is only one right way, just one, and the rest are wrong, which is why we have spent centuries, eons of time, lifetimes, trying to convince people to be a certain way, because we believe there is only one right way and that everything else is wrong, when that is not the case at all. There are many right paths that we can take, and what is right for me may not be right for you. And the same thing, what is right for you may not be right for me. We can all be right. We just can't expect everyone else to agree with us. And that's okay. Because when we have a difference of opinion, it helps us to look into other ways of things, and it helps us to be able to grow and expand into something different. Whereas if we are constantly right, we never grow. We stay in that one place because we always think that we're right and we have no need to change. Right? We're righteous, we're right. We have no need to change or to be anything else. That is what you need to surrender, is the need to be right. So that you can look into different perspectives and opinions and grow through that. We have to be willing to change our beliefs. What we believe today may not be what we believe tomorrow. Would I have ever thought that I would be talking to dragons? Never. And there's a lot of times throughout my life when I was like, oh, that's got to be crap. But that wasn't my belief. That was what other people told me were crap. So I thought it was crap too, that I shouldn't believe in it, like people with spiritual abilities. Because I was told that that is wrong through the way that I was raised, that was wrong. So we have to be willing to let go of that need to be right, so that we are flexible, so that we can change, so that we can grow, so we can accept things as they change. So let's see, they're taking me right to the tarot here. And let's see what advice they have for us. The Hangman on the bottom. And the Hangman, you guys, is, put it here, is all about perspective. And that's what I said. Right? Everybody has a right to their own perspective. I mean, I couldn't have picked that card out if I'd tried. All right. Healing. Moving away. We have the Four of Swords, which is all about a healing energy. And the Six of Swords is about moving into calmer waters. So letting go of those old ideas, old beliefs. And I'm sorry, my light is reflecting on this. I apologize for that. It's kind of dull in here today. So you are moving into calmer waters. And you might even find that you take a journey with this card being here, that something changes your viewpoint. That you witness something that changes your viewpoint. Something about the heart here too they're bringing. What is that, Spirit? I'm seeing a thread connected to this heart. I've never seen that before, and I've had this deck for a long time. So something about strings that are attached, something like that. Cutting ties, having to cut ties. Oh, there's the cards as soon as I said that. Okay, we got the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups came out together. The Four of Cups is kind of a melancholy energy. I see it as, really longing for the past, but not realizing that there's, a much better future ahead. The Knight of Cups can be a message of love. Somebody brings you a message of love, You cut these ties to old past hurts and pains, and move away from that into a calmer aspect. You may find yourself, in a much happier place here when you're able to see what is right in front of you. It feels like this is right in front of you and you're not seeing it. A gentleman, he's got a hat here and he's taking his hat off, not wearing it in your presence. It's a gentleman. Respect. This is something about gaining respect. Respecting yourself and others. Not just giving up your own perspective because somebody else says that it's not right. Page of Pentacles, Temperance, and Ace of Cups. Yeah, you've learned how to balance. Learned how to balance something here. What is this Ace of Cups representing, Spirit? What is this Ace of Cups representing? It feels like it's this here. It's one cup. What is that Ace of Cups representing? Holy moly. Whole pile of cards there, Spirit. Right, I'm going to do this. Because it looks like I'm going to need a little bit more room here. Okay. Justice. The Ace of Cups, the love, is about balancing. There's the Justice right there. This card talks to me about pulling in your higher self, coming together with yourself, learning who you are in truth. Okay? Not needing the validation. This is your soul connecting with you. Look at the heart here with the hands. Yeah. This is past here. Childhood. Things that you've, held on to. Look at this. We've got 2 6s. We've got 2 4s. So double ditches are coming as well. 3 of Pentacles. This is an expansive energy. You're able to now expand upon this energy because you have found something within your heart that you love. It's your heart here because you've cut away all of these strings. Oh my goodness, there's another 6. 3 6s here. 6 of Pentacles is about being able to receive. The 5 is about finding that key to open that door. And this Hermit is going within. This is how you find it right here. This Ace of Hearts is about finding yourself in your truth. I asked what this Ace of Cups was. It's all about balancing the self, healing the self, letting go of the past, and just blending with your own soul. It's the Hermit energy here. The 9 is the self. We got all these 6s here. 6s talks about balance. What's on the bottom? Oh my gosh. 9 of Cups. So this is moving towards self-love. 9 of Cups is self-love. So this is, you need to surrender the need to be right in order to move into this self-love. Okay? You don't need validation from anybody else. You simply need to trust yourself. Love yourself. Receive. Know who you are. Everybody's truth is a little bit different, and everybody has a right to that, and your truth is based upon your own experience. The ultimate truth is within higher consciousness, and we get little glimpses of that as we are fed it. But our experiences changes that ultimate truth through each experience that we have in the feelings and the emotions that are attached to it. Ooh. Okay, Spirit. Thank you for that. All right. Okay, I'm going to pull one of these cards just as a final card. They say, and then that is it for this particular reading. That's half the deck. Worlds within worlds. Yeah, there you go. So this card is just like I just got done saying. It's talking about how we each have our own world within the world. The world is within the galaxy, the universe. It just keeps going and going. So there is a truth that is expansive through each dimension. All right? Each dimension of whether it be your experience that you're living here, your soul, your oversoul, the greater consciousness, all of that, okay? And as it expands those worlds within worlds, the truths change. And therefore we need to be open to growth and change. letting go of the need to be right. Because the only thing that remains the same is that everything changes. All right, beautiful souls. I will see you next time. Lots and lots of love to you. Please remember to let love be your guide. And remember that I love you.